having you, though, man. You like my virtual brother, man. So we gonna jump to.
So,
we gonna hit him upside the head with this one, bro. The last video did good, by the way, man.
oh, for
Doing
sure.
numbers.
For sure. No, I sent it
hella.
to a few people.
You said what?
I said I sent it to a few people when you sent me the link to it.
Yeah, man. It's doing numbers, man. We do what we do. They do what they can. You know what I'm saying?
Look, that's all we can do out here, man.
Facts, man. So we're gonna jump right into it, though, man. I was just seeing today Beyonce got hit with some tax problems, 2.7 million. I did a video too about to drop. What's your thoughts on that? Because you never hear any negative press about Beyonce and Jay-Z. So and she's going on the world tour, and I'm thinking, my opinion, that she needs the money. I think she went broke. But what's your thoughts on it? Go ahead.
I doubt Beyonce broke. Beyonce got too much money. 2.7 million is nothing to her. I don't think she worried about anything. I think it's really just the IRS situation where the IRS really just be trying to get their bread. They don't care who it is. They want their money.
But why would they be? They only go after black people. I realize. So I never hear them go after white people.
Nah, they be going out to be white folk now. I done seen a few people get. I think the white folks, they just be quiet about it. The second they go after us, we be loud about it. Hey, man, somebody come get these folks out of my pocket.
But why would they go after her, though? Like, Jay-Z and Beyonce have paid Lil Wayne taxes before. Jay-Z and them, and then she's going on a world tour. She made hundreds of millions of dollars. Why does she need to go on tour?
I think it's just, I think she's just trying to keep building her brand like she's been doing. It's just more money to be made for, the more money you have, the easier it is. And I guess that's the way they look at it. And I feel like they went after her because, if they feel like she ain't paid, they just want to get the bread. I don't know. If anything, they probably going to have some accountant look at it, see how the numbers looking, how to get that stuff straight.
Right. I'm about to say, come a little closer, man. I feel like so far, man. A little closer. Pause. Yeah, man. But when you're making money, I remember J. Cole got a song called More Money. And that's one of my favorite songs, by the way. You heard that record?
I definitely heard the record.
Don't you feel like he should have made that song longer?
Nah, because it was an interlude.
But I know, bro. I'm mad at Cole about that. He should have made that joint longer, bro. You said what?
I said, nah, I feel you. Because I definitely, it feel like it could have been longer, but I know it was short just because he made it an interlude, though.
Well, he definitely could have added at least 2 verses and another hook to it. Yeah. But I remember in one of the parts he said, they got so much money, I don't know who stole from me. Like, if you're making money like that, do you believe more money, more problems? Or what are your thoughts on making a lot of money like Beyonce and Jay-Z type level?
I think more money, more problems. Because you only need so much. Right now, because I like to think I'm pretty good with money. If I made $60,000 a year, I don't need anything else. I'll be cool. Anything after that is just icing on the cake. I can start, doing other things with the money. But in terms of just surviving and being comfortable, you don't really need that much.
So I ain't gonna say more money, more problems. I'm gonna say more money, more purpose. But more money,
I feel it.
More people is gonna ask for your money, and they feel entitled to your money.
That's true.
But it kind of. Did you see the Whitney Houston film? Whitney Houston dropped the film a couple months ago. Did you see that?
I ain't seen it yet.
And Whitney Houston took an 8-year lap between albums, and in the process, she signed a $100 million deal. And a lot of people thought, "Oh shit, Whitney set for life." No, she was still broke and still had to perform because part of the $1 million deal is that she had to make each album every couple years. So do you think Beyonce is on that level? Like, she ain't broke, but she kind of like, oh shit, I ain't got as much money as I think I do.
Nah, cause her husband is Jay. It's certain people that's in a risk like that, but in a situation with Beyonce, I think Beyonce do what she want. Cause any kind of deal that she would have gotten recently, I think would be fine. I think, well, I guess it all depends on the type of deal she signed initially when she got out, when she left Destiny's Child. Because I think Destiny's Child had a deal, and then after that separated and she left that and became her own solo artist. I'm pretty sure she got another deal after that.
Oh, damn. Excuse me, man. I don't know what happened. Shit just fell.
But yeah, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't nothing too crazy with that. So I'm guessing that whatever deal she signed in is what would be like the information, because she could have did like MJ or Prince and signed like a lifelong deal.
Oh, really?
You know?
Damn, I didn't know they did that shit.
Yeah, no, they put you on. They had them on like 50-year deals where you basically in the deal your whole life.
Is that good or bad though? What the fuck?
It depends, cause well, I ain't even gonna say it depends. I think it's bad because you really have no life at that point. Music is your whole life now. And
Prince, but ain't there was a time of Prince after Michael Jackson's last album in 2000. Michael ain't did no more music until he died. That was 2009 and 10.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he was in like a really long deal. Like,
well, actually, Michael Jackson had the best contract in music history at the time. Master P said.
Yeah, I mean, but that might have been why though, because he had set it up for so long that it was really no way to lose. Because I think the issue is with a lot of people is people don't know how to leverage their deals when they get them. So me, I put a lot of money up front into putting my album together that I got in the works.
Right.
I probably put like $20,000 minimum into this album.
Woo!
Of my own money.
Did you take a loan out from the bank to do that?
Nah, bro, just working. Look, getting up every morning, going to work, getting off. And I took that risk though, so that when I go to a table with a label, when the album is done, and I'm you know, trying to negotiate a deal potentially with a label, I got leverage. I invested the money. I did all this up front. I don't need you to put the album together for me. I already did that. You know, all I need.
Feel like a lot of people fuck up because they don't get a lawyer. Because Master P said the best thing he did was pay $20,000. He got Michael Jackson lawyer, and he taught him how to be the best businessman he is now.
Yeah, no, getting a lawyer is definitely should be high on your priority list if you're talking about $1 million contracts. 100%, a lawyer is well worth it.
Because Master P was the first artist, I believe, to get 85-15. He signed a distribution deal with Priority. He got 85%, and the people was getting 15%.
Yeah, because
he was selling them. He was selling records out the trunk of his car.
Yeah, because the thing with them type of deals is that they're not gonna do a whole bunch of work for you, but what they are gonna do is what you need them to do. And so I think that a lot of people miss out on a lot of the times, if you're an artist, if you're willing to work and go get the money yourself, you just need the label to handle all the legal stuff and the paperwork. I just need them to put the song on streaming platforms, get the song sync licensing, and get it in TV shows and movies and get it on the radio. I need them to do all that. I'm going to go out here and perform, sell merch, set up shows. Like, I can do everything else myself. I just need them to handle all the stuff that it's a bit harder for me to do because I don't have a brand yet. I don't have a big name yet.
Right.
And like, because I mean, honestly, that's the type of deal that I would want. If I got one, if they offer me a $50,000 deal for this first album, set me up for like 2 years or something like that, and then they just do all the marketing and stuff for me, I'd be straight off that. Because I'm not trying to get rich off this deal. I'm trying to get the support, you know, financially and with a team that I need to build the brand that I got, or build a brand I'm trying to build.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know what happened to you. Man. You did vomit news.
My fault. I had to move something.
You good. Right. If you had to guess, who you think got the best contract in the music industry? If you had to guess, right
Drake.
Damn, I was thinking the same thing. You took the word out. You know what? I would like to see Taylor Swift contract though.
I think Taylor Swift got her contract at a point where she wasn't that big yet. And I'm not sure if she was smart enough or had like a team that was smart enough to make sure. Because what happened was like Drake first deal wasn't that good.
No artist first deal was that good.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. It was a 360 deal where they giving him all the money, but he got to pay them to do everything still. You know, it wasn't really like a beneficial situation. But now Drake got all the leverage in the world because he's the biggest name in rap right now.
Right. But do you feel like that they said allegedly he signed, well, hold on, before I say that, Lupe Fiasco said he rather retire because Leora Cohen said you got to sign a 360 deal. He was like, fuck that shit. Do you feel like 360 deals is basically signing your life away?
To an extent, because that means that the label gets a piece of everything you do. So let's say you were to go off and start like a TV show later. They get a percentage of that. Now, this the thing that people don't understand because so it's really hard out here. If you actually want to do something with your life, you actually got to work. Like, you actually got to put a lot of work in. You got to be willing to hustle. You got to be willing to stay up long nights. You got to be willing to do stuff that other people are not willing to do. That's the only way you really going to see success in something. The thing with a 360 deal is you're basically giving them a percentage of any money you make for the rest of your life to do the work with you. And it just depends on like how you looking at it. Because I can kind of see if you're in a position where, okay, I'm prepared to give this person a percentage because I know that they're going to be working with me this entire time. They're going to be helping me get this stuff together. They're going to be helping me on them late nights, them long drives, them planes, them phone calls. When I need this or when I need that, they're going to be helping me with all that. So sometimes it might be worth it. I think it just depends on if you know what you're trying to do, how far you're trying to take something.
Right. I look at it. Do they take your show money? Because usually your show money, they never touch that, right?
No, I think they take a percentage of that too. I think anything your name is on, they get a percentage of it.
That deal is like from satanic deal.
Yeah,
I see why Lupe ain't signed that shit.
Yeah, because I mean the thing is you're not your own person anymore. You become a piece of that company to an extent.
Every pie.
Yeah, they get a piece of every pie.
So let me ask you this, dude. Instagram and social media got people thinking all these artists are rich. And only a small fraction of them is rich. Drake and Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne. Yeah. And that's it.
The top, like,
why do you say what?
I was saying like the top 5% of artists are really the only one, 5-10% are the only ones that got money. Everybody else not really touching nothing.
But why do you think people on social media got people thinking that they really lit like this in real life and rich? Like, very few artists that's really rich.
It's the same reason that when cigarette commercials came out back in the 30s and the 40s, they was telling you how good and how fun it was. Because they trying to sell you a dream. They trying to sell you something. So how can I convince people to throw their life away? How about we make it look like this music lifestyle with the fancy cars and the parties and the shows and the, you know, all the hoes and all this kind of stuff. How about we make this look so attainable? We make it look easy because we got all these people putting on a show. You're going to make a lot of people go chase that. And the thing is it's not set up for everybody to succeed. So what happens is majority of people fail. We know about the top 30 rappers that came out in the 90s. There were thousands of rappers in the 90s that we would never hear about. Because they also tried and they failed. Because it's a difficult thing to do. Even me, I could very well not succeed with this. But I made that understanding a while back when I decided that I was going to do it, that, you know, I wanted to do it. And I'm cool with taking that risk. You know, a lot of people, they'll take that risk and it'll just kill them if they fail. They won't know what to do with their life. I think it's a way to control people to an extent. I think that's all it comes down to.
But I'm glad you put that up, Don, because you put the head on the nail. I love 90s R&B music, and I listen to like these old groups. And I'm like, damn, they was talented. What happened to them? What happened to this group? The business, because if your business ain't right, you're fucked.
You're done, That's how everything goes.
It's 90% business and 10% talent.
Yeah. Everything is all about the business. If you can do the business stuff right, you ain't even gotta be that good.
Absolutely. With that being said, though, do you feel like the label is like hiring girlfriends for people? Because I look at some of these artists, they have girlfriends. I'm like, they don't even look right. This don't even look real.
No, a lot of that stuff I feel like be fake. I think it's all just to kind of keep your name buzzing, keep you popular. It's to make people want to see what's going on with you. Everything pretty much is just it's an act, you know, created to hold people's attention.
So say if you sign to Atlanta right now and the label say, hey man, you look good dating Ice Spice. Y'all ain't gotta have sex or nothing, but unless y'all want to, but go ahead and date Ice Spice, are you gonna do it?
I wouldn't sign a deal that would put me in a position for something like that. Cause if I were to sign a deal, I want to still have the freedom to make the decisions that I'm doing.
So you want creative control?
Yeah, I gotta have creative control. Otherwise, it ain't no point. I could have just went and got a job at McDonald's if I was gonna be getting told what to do all the time.
Well, you know it's still a job now. I know it's your passion, but it's still a job because you know anything that pays you is a job.
Of course, but in a position where I can control what I'm doing is better than a position where somebody else is telling me what to do.
Right.
That's kind of the concept of it.
How important? I ain't even went to my real questions yet, but I'm freestyling right now too. It's crazy. Sure. We always do that with each other. I flow with you good. How influential is music? No, before I answer that, I'm gonna answer that. Drake signed a $500 million deal, and Drake is what 30, going on 36 years of age. Yeah. Do you feel like that deal was really worth it? Like Universal gave him $500,000 for 36. Like, how long is Drake run gonna last? Like, if
it's
answer that question first, and I got another.
It's worth it because we've reached a new era of music. So, if you go back in time to like other music genres, rap was the only genre where, as you aged, you fell off.
Why you say that though? I want to. People say that, but how?
So, there's a point in certain artists' careers where, well, it's not like that now. Drake is not Drake. I would honestly say that. Well, no. Drake, the era with Kanye, I would say actually, is the first era where you had Kanye, Eminem, 50 Cent, where you had a lot like those type artists was the first one where they were able to transcend into where people were still willing to listen to them after a certain age. Cause like, of course, like Jay-Z, people are still listening to Jay-Z, people still listen to Nas. But I think that's just because people saw them as such like a highlight in terms of like skill wise. But certain artists and rappers and stuff, after a while, you can still be just as good as you were, but people just might not want to listen to you anymore. Or they might not even go bump your old music as much as they used to. But with other genres, it's like they were doing that more often. You know, Aretha Franklin was still performing at 60 years old type stuff. Like but I think we're getting to that point now. And
why? Because in rock and roll, you still got bands like Kiss performing at 70 and 80, Mick Jagger and them. So why is hip hop like that though?
No, I think we're getting to that point now where it's transitioning, where hip hop is starting to get to that point.
Now you said 30, but you got rappers like Too Short who was 30 plus, and I feel like Too Short got better when he got older as a rapper.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them did. I think Jay-Z got better. I think I think in terms of like in terms of knowledge, how he like puts concepts and stuff together on a song. I don't think raw rap ability he got better. I think he kind of calmed down a bit, but I think the information he was putting on tracks has improved a lot.
But they said back in the day when a rapper turned 30, he went out, he just stopped. But I feel like Lil Wayne did it before anybody because Lil Wayne is the Michael Jackson of hip hop.
I hear that.
Because he started at 16. Wayne was the member of the Hot Boys. He was teenage Wayne. He was young man Wayne. Then he went to grown man, played 30 plus.
Yeah.
You see, we seen Wayne in 3 eras of music.
Yeah.
Wayne broke that mold, I feel like, years ago.
I mean, but that's still in that same time period, like I was saying, of like Kanye, Eminem, the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think it was that time period that it started breaking, where where rap became something that could like just kind of live past the age range. And
before,
I think that's why
right.
it's worth it for somebody like Drake now, because you can pay Drake $500 million and Drake is still gonna be well known for the next 5 to 10 years in music. They're gonna make that money back, I feel like.
Wait a minute, though. How many albums you think they got him signed to? Some shit.
For $500 million, they probably got him set up on like a 10-year deal, probably like 5 albums, something like
So
that.
you think he got to do? So each album, each advance, he probably. So that means 500 mil. Well, he getting what 10 mil or 50 mil an album?
50, I would say 50 mil an album, 50 mil every year, something like that. Probably 100 mil an album, something like that. It'd probably be something crazy along that line.
Hold on, when they say worth 500 mil, do you think he's getting all that, or the deal is worth like his marketing and budgeting?
I think it's everything. And when they do stuff like that.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen a rapper 40 plus still is, what can I say? Like, I don't know, it's relevant, I don't know if Drake is still gonna be blazing hot like he is. We haven't seen this shit before. I mean, what LeBron did with the Grizzlies was immaculate. Do you think Drake is having like a LeBron type career right now?
Yeah, because the thing is like we still know people like Snoop. I know Snoop. I know I'm not listening to any new music Snoop put out. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna go listen to it, but I'm not expecting it to be the next big thing.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with Drake is like Drake reached the top of rap in terms of where he'll eventually get old, but as of right now, I think he's found a method to where he can stay successful for at least the next 5 years if he does it right. And I think he's found a method to where he'll be able to do it right.
Right. Now, okay, what's the difference between a hoe and a slut? And you got to give me a difference.
Well, that's crazy. That was such a crazy topic change.
Yeah.
All right. I would just say a slut is just somebody who's just freaky. Somebody who's just definitely into the nasty, trying to do whatever, down for whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that this person is doing it with everybody. They could just be, a slut for one person. As opposed to a hoe, they might not be nasty or freaky. They just might be down to be with anybody that wants to. Yeah, I just think, because you can be a hoe without being a slut. You can be a slut without being,
Right. Do you feel like